Welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Pioneer Masters on MTG Arena. I am going to do a draft, and I'm also going to give some feedback on my thoughts on the set. I figured it's a little different than what we usually do, but it's technically a quote-unquote new product, and since I'm looking for some, something fun to get into here with this set, I thought it'd be good to do a draft. So let's jump into the video. Thanks everybody so much for being here. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoy the video and click subscribe if you want to subscribe to the channel. Bell icon to be notified when new videos are posted. But yes, Pioneer Masters is what we are talking about today, and I am going to be doing a draft. I'm actually kind of looking forward to playing this because I think it's going to be a pretty fun set. For those of you wondering, Pioneer Masters is not a product with any new cards, but what it is doing is bringing the remainder of the Pioneer format that is on paper into Arena, because there were some cards missing for various reasons, and then I believe they've added in some other cards for the draft experience, because there's some cards in here that I definitely think were already on Arena, cards from like Wilds of Eldraine, like Witch's Mark, which is in the set, but obviously was already legal on here in Pioneer, so I don't know what 100% went into the curating of the set itself, but I do know that now everything that is legal on paper in Pioneer is legal here, which is, is cool for people that want to get into that format and perhaps don't have as much in-person support. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of just go through this and kind of give my thoughts. I'm going to edit this more than likely in between picks, so you don't have to sit there and wait for, me waiting on picks, but we're going to see at least, for the first couple kind of how it goes. I've had, moderate success with Foundations drafting, so, it's interesting, but, okay, so let's see. Kind of starting off here. I have some, some of the top commons by color, that type of thing, specifically because it's good to have a sense of, like, what to be targeting. A lot of really good stuff for white. I think I'm going to take the Archangel because it might be solid enough to build around. I have to see what other life gain stuff we can get, but it seems strong. Obviously, 5 mana for a limited format is pretty much the max that you really want to go to. But we're gonna see kind of what we can shake up with here. I know this card is really good, good for getting us, cards to hand, generating some extra resources. This card also very strong, and I think I'm probably gonna take this one just because, I don't know, it being the ability to tap to 2 creatures and then play it later is great, especially when you have stuff you need to get through with, and with the heroic mechanic in here when you need to target your own stuff with spells. This actually allows you to target something of your own and something of your opponent's to like trigger whatever your positive effect is going to be. As I looking at Archangel of Thune, it actually is ranked A+ on the tier list, so it seems like a solid option to pick. I also think that Sejiri Shelter is a really good card because it's double-faced. I think that's probably strong. Ob Nixilis' Cruelty is very, very good too, according to the guide. So maybe we'll take that. We'll try to go into a Orzhov strategy here. Kind of looking around to see not exactly anything here that's giving me super strong vibes, but I guess you could make the argument for this. None of that made me feel very strongly. I guess if I wasn't trying to pivot towards Orzhov, perhaps it'd be different. Let's see what else we've got working in here. I know that the Mag Angler is supposed to be pretty strong. Recently Skeleton is decent. I think I'll take the Sejiri Shelter now. And then if we're gonna go, I don't really know that I want to go 3 colors. That's my other thing. I feel like 2 is the move. But obviously, Witch's Mark is really good. I guess I'll take it, and we'll see where we go. It's kind of challenging to know for sure. This card's also really popular, apparently, in this. But I do have to think Ardenvale Tactician is going to be the one to take here. Definitely one of the cards that having 2 of is not going to hurt. And then you look at Tournament of Heroes. People say Hero of Erois is pretty good. I could kind of take the Guildgate at this juncture. Actually, this isn't really listed, but I don't have too many of the trigger. I actually kind of think this might be decent. Nothing to love here, but there are a lot of artifact creatures in the set. I don't think so. We'll take that one. I do think the double face cards really give you some flexibility in terms of like what your trying to build and put together. I think this is decent enough. Not exactly the best selection. And there's about 5 cards or so that are on the tier list here that I think are, you know, really, really strong. And most of them are like some of the stronger planeswalkers at the top, and then a couple of the dragon lords. Obviously, one of those cards, if you see, you probably grab, try to build around it. But I mean, the Archangel is not terrible for a mythic that we can have, and it does have a pretty good win percentage, as I can see over there too. And we'll you know, I'm looking at the stats on the opposite page, trying to figure that out here. Felix is decent, but then we're really going to diversify way too many colors, which I don't think we want to do. We'll take Commune with the Gods. I guess I should probably grab at least a couple of green cards in case we do pivot in that direction, but I don't particularly want to go too heavy in that either. I'll take Fog, though. I think Commune with the Gods is obviously pretty good. Oath of Liliana. Ooh, Void Winnower, crazy card. Bad for drafting, though, in my opinion. Not really going to do much for us there. I think I'm actually going to go with the Ob Nixilis' Cruelty. I think that's a card that having multiple of is going to be really, really helpful. So it's probably a good way to go. And, oh, there's Dragon Lord Atarka. Really strong card, but I'm kind of at a point now where I'd have to pivot a lot to get to that. So I think the best thing to do is probably going to be to just kind of stick in a different direction. As good as he is, I didn't really draft for him. And I don't think we're really going to go in that direction with red either. Read the Bones is also good. Draw power. I think we take that and hope that the Keening Apparition will still be available. I think that's the way to go. Kind of looking at some of the other stuff that they show over here, and I mean, Felstinger's not awful, but I think this Compulsory Rest might be good just to have some type of protection. Another copy of Ob Nixilis' Cruelty. I mean, how many of those do I realistically want to play in there, you know? To be honest, though, if another one comes up, it could be worth grabbing. Red is giving us Commune with the Gods. No, I don't think we're going to go that way. Forest spells. Well, yeah. I guess the hero is actually not bad there. Destroy target non-creature. You cannot be regenerated. Return to one target zombie. Not an awful card, but it does cost 5. We're not really looking for that level of mana investment at this point, I don't think. Just mark again. Pretty good. Sack a creature. And that card and this. Good card, though. Well. Yeah. Baleful Eidolon's probably the better one. I already have 2 copies of Satiri Shelter, so we're not going to go crazy. But it is really, really good. So it does have that going for it. Alright, so I just grabbed a second copy of Pelaka Predation. I'm not sure if I'm going to play both, but at least having that as a land I think is solid. Swift Reckoning, kind of decent. We do have a lot of ways, I think, to make that live. So probably a good option there. I'll take this. I don't think we're going to use it, but going quick through the rest of the pack. Alright, so let's see what we've got. Outpost Siege. Enters, choose cons or dragons. Exiles, upgrade your library whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield. Pretty good. A little costly, though, and it does only trigger at the beginning of the upkeep, which can be really, really irritating, I would imagine, to have to deal with. Let's see. I mean, do I take another of Compulsory Rest? I don't know. I need to make sure I actually have some creatures that can attack as well. But, yeah, I suppose there's a lot of removal there already. Sundance Pegasus is pretty good. Imposing Sovereign. I do like this. I don't know how well it's actually. I think I thought it would be stronger in this type of format than it is. What is this? Darkway Angel. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life for each gate you control. Neat card, but obviously ain't gonna do a damn thing for us here. Go for the Orzhov. Let's take this. No, I don't. Yeah, I'll take it. Maybe just to have something a little stronger. Draw a card for each aura you control is attached to a creature. Enchanted creature you control gets +1/+1 for each aura. Well, how many auras are we looking at here? I don't think I have a ton. Well, there's some. The alternative would be search for an aura or sack. Actually, I think it might just be worth taking anyhow. I'm gonna have to see how I can make all of this work, of course. Easier said than done, I think. You take the big guy, though. Shambling Vent is really good for us here, especially being a low-cost creature. Obviously, Compulsory Beast is quite good as well, but I think Shambling Vent's definitely the right one. We'll take the Butcher just because it's the only thing that fits in our color combo, but I don't know if I'll use it. Tin Collector. Kind of cute. Potential. Alright. I like Dreadhound as a card, but it's kind of costly. I may grab him just in case. We're just kind of coming back around at this point, so I guess I will take the gate. Maybe that too? I don't know. Feels bad. Just trying to think if there was any synergy I could make work with the other angel we drafted, but I don't really want to force it at that point. Alright, so this is going to take us to the actual end of the draft. I'm going to go ahead and just empty this out so we can take a sort of objective look of what we took here. I know there's definitely a way to empty it. I should have done it faster. So, I definitely think white and black is going to be the move for us, just because of the mass amount of color. Obviously, we do have a couple of, Witch's Mark, Valakut, both decent reds, but I don't think they're going to do shit for me here, to be honest. So we're going to go white, black, and multi. No, I don't need both. Okay. So let's see. Kind of get some of the sort of basics out of the way first. This is going to give us lifelink. I'm going to do at least one. Same with hero. These are all decent. We'll put both copies of that guy in. I don't hate this, but it does cost a lot to really make it work. I think Hushwing's a pretty simple include. We got 2 aura option cards right now. Archangel's obviously going to go in there. I don't know that that is. This can be an aura, of course, which is good. Obnixilus's Cruelty, I definitely think having 2 of those is solid. The Angler in there, and obviously these are both pretty good. I like this drive for about 17 lands, give or take, so considering the fact that we might have a couple things we can flip over, I think with the Predation, which I'm probably going to just play at least one of, just to have a bit more flexibility. We'll put that in, and I'll take out a Swamp, because that's going to give us a land. Obviously, it can come in tapped, which is unpleasant. It's not the ideal, but sometimes you got to find a way to make it work. I like this, but it's kind of costly. Ult of Liliana actually seems decent. So, we are not going to get much use out of the second effect, but if we can enter it and have an opponent sack a creature, it's decent removal. We'll put that in here. I think just because I do need creatures still, I'm going to actually add one of those. And we'll put Syndicate Messenger in here. I don't really think the Butcher is all that great. I might actually... Dreadhound's not great, I don't think, at all in this setting. So we'll see kind of what's going on here. I think we have enough auras that could be worth it, even though it does feel costly. I'll probably end up cutting it if it's not great there. Put those 2 in. I'm going to cut one of the planes just because these are both going to be lands as well. Darksteel costs 3, but it is a mana rocket. We should fix us some stuff, so we'll put it in there. I was thinking I could play this and then I'd have 3 gates, but it's kind of steep. Kind of steep in the cost. We'll put another copy of that in then. I'll do one Read the Bones, and I guess I just kind of see how we finish this out here. I guess I will go with that, and maybe we will put that guy in then. So that's going to be kind of what we're looking at as we hop into the actual games. So this video was part 1. We're going to keep going. It'll be a few days. I'll actually put some of the games in there, you guys see, but that's what we're going to go into this with. So let's see how we do. If you guys enjoyed so far, definitely let me know in the comment section down below, and if there's cards you would have taken differently or some bad choices that I made, feel free to call me out. I'm getting new to the drafting experience, so I want it to be a fun time, but I don't know super well how to do it, which is why I'm trying to reference like what the most represented stuff is. I don't know. Check back for part 2. Peace.